Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. This is Oplerno Team Meeting 62. I'm Rob Skiff, and here we have Daniel, Dan, and Sujin. And at this team meeting, we're going to be talking about our work with Startup Study Group, talking about courses that are starting up soon, and some email issues. We're going to also talk about our new developer and introduce her. And what I want to do is, again, talk about getting your classes up to snuff because of a really cool announcement that's going to be coming this week or next. So let's start off with, Dan, do you want to introduce the courses that are starting soon?
Sure thing. So Ken Chung, one of our earliest adopting professors, has his first course being offered. It's a critical thinking humanities course. That's going to start on the 15th of June. The course fee is $500, and you can enroll. We'll add the link after the meeting is over, but it is on the homepage of our enroll.oplerno.com marketplace, as is Introduction to Online Learning for Students. This is a 3-credit course as well, taught by Dr. Grover, one of our, again, earlier professors. The syllabus and description are all available on the marketplace as well. And this is a good course for folks who are interested in learning via the web and have only done face-to-face style classes. So this would give you a jump start into how to maximize online learning and identify the best learning environments for you, which will give you a better opportunity and skill set to choose the right Oplerno courses later on as we work toward full accreditation and degree offering capabilities. This would allow you to have that skill set to choose what's best for you and most effectively make the progress you're looking to make. And then in terms of courses that are new that we haven't mentioned yet, one exciting course is our history of the CIA, 1947 through today. The professor, Jeff Morley, has created a nice website that is in the final stages of being developed that will give you a great place to check out the content, check out some of his videos, link directly to contacting him, and link directly to enroll right in the course. So we're in the final stages of working with Professor Morley and one of our other professors, Brad Knott, who has a service and business where he can create educational videos for folks teaching online. So they're working together to create a really nice, polished product, and this would obviously be a political science style course, maybe even a history course, depending on where you'd like to transfer the credits and how the conversations with that institution go. So those are the 3 notable and upcoming courses that I think are on the docket for anybody who's interested.
Yeah, I was talking to Professor Morley on Friday, I think it was, or Saturday, and he's really excited about giving this course. He says it's almost complete, so he really wants to give it. And I believe his target starting date is the 4th of July, which is probably, I'm probably off that. Probably the 4th, but it could be the 5th of July then. He wants to start that. So especially relevant there for the United States.
Yeah, Jeff is really interesting. He has a website that gets about somewhere between 30 and 40,000 visits a month. Yeah, he is a real expert in the field of intelligence agencies and also contemporary American history. So it's really going to be a great class to show how those two have been impacting each other, i.e., intelligence agencies impacting modern American history, a huge issue. Yeah, great. And you talked about, okay, now let's talk a little bit about our, anything, Daniel, you want to talk in terms of email issues?
Well, the reason I was talking, of course, to Dr. Morley, or Professor Morley, was that he was having some issues with connected to the email. So for some people, it would have been slightly more easy to set up than for other people. So Professor Morley would have had some questions, and there have been other people who've had some questions recently about it. And so I'm very glad, as I said last week and the week before that, I'm very happy to sit with you and take time and configure it together with you, so you can understand how it works and why what you need to configure. So that's if you need to make any changes that you can. So please contact me on Crompton at Crompton@oplerno.com if you want to if you want any help, or with info@oplerno.com if you need any help. And then I have also an announcement, because as of last week Thursday, we hired we got a new addition to the team. That's Mireille Bonaparte. Sadly, she can't be here because she works on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. But on Thursday and Friday, she's going to be helping me on the development side, and she's going to be interning and developing. So she's going to be having lots of fun. And she had a quote for me, which was that being a junior web developer is a roller coaster ride. So I don't know if that's a reflection on me or whether that's a reflection on just becoming a developer. But she's really excited about it, and but roller coaster, ups and downs.
Yeah, we'll have to figure out a way to get her in, on a meeting. But you can, yeah, she's going to be a great addition to the team, which is excellent. Let's talk now about getting your classes up to snuff. Last week I talked with you guys about how Oplerno is close to being able to publicly announce a really great initiative with other educational institutions. And I told you guys to sort of take a leap of faith and make sure that you're getting your course catalogs, your courses, if they're under development and they're close to being finished, to get your courses completely wired up so that we can offer them to other institutions that are interested in having you teach either through their institution or having access to the catalog. Again, the great thing about Oplerno is that you own all the content, you set the tuition rates for your classes, and a lot of people are finding that really, really interesting and really exciting, and more institutions are finding that small classes controlled by faculty are really important. This past week, Daniel actually shot me an email for a story that I hadn't actually read, which was that Coursera is eliminating its free certificate of completions, and a lot of the features that make Coursera free and accessible to people all over the world. That is a real disappointment, because there are tons of individuals who are getting an introduction to college and even graduate studies through the use of these MOOCs. So the biggest advantage of MOOCs, which was their ability to be free, has been basically stripped away now. That doesn't exist. So what we're left with is an environment where our faculty and our courses are even more valuable, because free doesn't work. What works is when you connect teachers and students together and you give the faculty as much control over their content as possible, and you allow faculty to control the learning. And so I think, I promised Daniel that I would write a post on this today, and I will. But to give you a little bit of a preview, this shows that, the Oplerno model, our business model, is actually even more attractive now that one of the major components of sort of online learning has shown itself that, hey, it's going to cost. And that's a very big deal. There are still some MOOCs that don't cost anything, edX, check those out. They're great resources. But the fact that Coursera has switched and is now going to charge for any type of certificates, to me, is an indicator that, one, they're going to have to change their business model, because they're obviously burning through a ton of cash. The second thing is that that free MOOC model really doesn't work. That there has to be some sort of charge, and that high-quality courses delivered in small groups is the wave of the future, and that's us. We'll put up a link, but I'll be sending out a little missive on that sometime today. Only other thing that I want to talk about, and Daniel will also chime in on this, is our work with Startup Study Group. As you know, last week we talked about at the morning at our team meeting that Startup Study Group and Oplerno have launched a partnership to create virtual accelerators. And it's been really interesting to see the reaction. We've gotten a lot of different people signing up on our email list. I've had some great conversations with a ton of individuals, ton meaning, I don't know, 15 or 20 different groups who want to create their own accelerators, which are basically startup spaces, educational spaces that an advisor will use to help people create their own businesses and own startups. Generally, that gets pushed into the technical realm in terms of the apps piece. But startups are all kinds of combinations of technology and really good business plans and operations. Oplerno is a startup. And so by having these accelerators, startups are going to be able to get the kind of advice they need to help move their mission and move their business plans forward. We're still concentrating on classes and creating courses for people, but what we've also realized is that you can't just create courses. It would also be great if we had the ability for people to create their own businesses and jobs afterwards. That's also part of education, really allowing people to take control of their lives, learn, and affect their communities. So this is a continuum. Oplerno, as you know, stands for Open Learning Organization, and startups are all about learning and all about Oplerno is all about being open to different kinds of configurations and groups. So as we this Friday, we're going to be inviting people to participate in who've signed up on our email list, the early people, to participate in a beta, and then we'll be iterating out things to help develop that part of the Oplerno SSG group. So check it out. You can check it out at oplerno.com/accelerators. I also want to give a plug for if you're a faculty member or a community member and you want to participate in on our Slack space, which, Slack has completely caught on fire in terms of its usage in amongst different groups. So you can sign up at Oplerno faculty on SSG. Daniel, did you want to add anything to what I said in terms of sort of the SSG accelerator piece?
Yeah, we've even had I think it's 2 faculty members who are then slightly more towards the business side. They also immediately saw the value of this SSG partnership, and they signed up to be mentors as well. So if you can, whether you're whether you want to as a current faculty member, whether you think it'd be valuable for you to start up as your a business, or whether you think it'd be valuable for you to be as a mentor, please sign up as well if you're that way inclined.
Yeah, we think that this is another way to generate interest besides institutional affiliations and business affiliations, generate interest in the courses that we're offering and the certificates and eventually the degree programs. So yeah, check us out. A lot is happening in June, and it's pretty exciting. I think that's all we've got for the open meeting, unless any questions have come up in the Slack chat or in Twitter. Let me just check.
I'll just give a quick shout out to Dr. J. Hey, Dr. J, thank you for watching.
Yeah, thanks, Dr. J. Daniel, you're way too young to remember Julius Erving playing basketball. Yes?
I'm from the Netherlands, or at least I live in the Netherlands, so I don't even know who Julius Erving could be.
Yeah, okay. Dan and Sujin are definitely way too young to remember Dr. J. Dan?
Yeah, but he was a 76er from Philly, so I do have that historical reference from my upbringing.
And yeah, I have no idea. I'll be honest.
The 47-year-old middle-aged guy has made another cultural reference that is not relevant. Okay. I don't see any questions, so we're just going to call it a day. And please check. We're going to send out the June update sometime in the next couple of days, so take a look at that. And you'll probably be getting some more emails from us than you would normally, because there's a lot of really cool stuff happening. And we'll see you online.
We'll see you online. Bye.
See you online.